Welcome to our reflections on Tuesday, a day 3 weeks after I had my second vaccination. So there's an odd sense of release, maybe, of security that I find myself in, and of joy as well, because yesterday on the first hug possibility we drove all the way over to North Tyneside to finally have a hug with our two daughters. It's been over a year since that happened. So some joy, but at the same time, some somber reflections, recognizing that people across other parts of the world don't have that same sense of freedom, instead caught up in fear and in insecurity. And we continue to pray for a just sharing of the blessings of science and medicine, and that all might benefit, especially in the light of today's reading. It's Amos 5 verses 18 to 24. Let justice flow like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream. Psalm 133 is the psalm set for today. How good and pleasant it is when brothers live together in unity. It's a call and a challenge, isn't it, for us? Especially in the light of Middle East difficulties, that I've been really thinking hard about, and going to spend some time writing something for tomorrow's bulletin, reflecting on what it means for justice and righteousness to be found in difficult places. So instead today, I thought I'd focus a little bit more on that theme of project that I touched on last time. You may remember that I spoke about my gardening project, and I want to just move across so that I can show you what has happened. Beautiful brick border, 0.8 of a ton of slate that's been taken in a wheelbarrow from the front of the house to the back of the house. And then because we had a little bit extra sort of slates, there's another part of the project that has emerged. You may be able to see it in the background there by the tree. Used to be a dead bit of lawn because the tree had sucked up all the fruitfulness from the ground. And now we've got another bit of the slate feature. The project is well on its way. You'll be able to see that the rubble has been flattened off, ready for the gravel, which is the next stage in the project. Sometimes it is a matter of keeping a project going and finding that it actually spawns different things, new challenges, different possibilities that come to mind. So another part of the garden that was not really how it needed to be has benefited as well. And I think that's the way in which projects actually go, isn't it? So an idea that I might walk 300,000 steps to raise some money for Christian aid suddenly has become something quite big and substantial. I want to thank everyone for their generosity who's been able to support that. At the filming of this, there was £1,400 have been raised, and gift aid on top of that. So it's really amazing and mighty the way in which sometimes a small idea becomes something big, something that gives a sense of accomplishment. And so it is, I'm sure, with us, because that's where I left my reflections last time about project. I said we're a project, and it may be that we feel that we're a completed project, that there's nothing more for us, but that's not the way in which projects work, as I hope I've illustrated. Sometimes we're called to different things, to investigate new parts of our lives that have been left to perhaps stay unaffected by anything. Perhaps the fullness of ourselves is a project, even those parts that we're not proud of, or that we have been content to leave fallow because actually doing something about them was too much of a challenge. Maybe, just maybe, there's a word in all this that we are to extend ourselves, that there is more, that God wants yet more from us, with us, and through us. That justice might flow like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream, that we might become all that God wants us to be. May God bless us in that adventure.